Hey there, listeners. Before we get into the episode, we just wanted to let you know that Quick Question is on the brink of doing a live show out in Los Angeles this September 2025. We wanted to check the interest of our listeners. If you will come to see that show, or if there's somewhere else you would like to see us, let us know. You can email the show at QQ. Soren, take it away. Where can they email the show?
You can email us at quickquestion with Soren and Daniel .gmail.com.
Gmail.
Just going to jump in here really quick. That's QQ with Soren and Daniel at gmail.com.
That's what he said, Gabe. That's what he said.
God.
Oh my gosh.
Let us know if you want to see Quick Question live with special guests and lots of our friends. Email us or Blue Sky at us or Instagram the account. Just let us know.
We want to do a little heat check so that we're not there with just two people and they happen to be both of our significant others.
Hey, that's all right. All right, on to the proper show.
I've got a quick question for you, alright? I wanna hear your thoughts, I wanna know what's on your mind. I've got a quick question for you, alright? The answer's not important, I'm just glad that we could talk tonight. So what's your favourite? How did you get? When will I be remembered? Was it after? Where did all the Why do we know? Oh, forget it. Soren, Daniel, O'Brien, two best friends and comedy writers. If there's an answer, they're gonna find it. I think you'll have a great time here. I think you'll have a great time here.
We're back. It's the podcast Quick Question. If you're just joining us, that's because it's in the beginning. It's the best time to join the show. Thanks to ASPCA Pet Insurance for supporting Quick Question. To explore coverage, visit aspcapetinsurance.com/question. This is a paid advertisement. Insurance is underwritten by either Independence American Insurance Company or United States Fire Insurance Company and produced by PTZ Insurance Agency Limited. The ASPCA is not an insurer and is not engaged in the business of insurance. I am Daniel O'Brien. I read for Last Week Tonight with John Oliver. I'm joined as always by Soren Bowie, who writes for American Dad. Soren, let's get right into it. Saw a movie this week.
Do you Saw?
Saw a movie this week.
I thought you said Saw a movie this week. That's what we're talking about. Saw number 1. That's where we're starting.
There's always a good chance that there is a Saw movie premiering any given week.
That's true.
It's such a persistent franchise that when it first came out, I would see every one of those movies. And then I dipped out for a while and came back and was shocked at how much lore had taken over that franchise and how you were supposed to know who people were from thing to thing.
More than just the puppet. By the way, I saw a motorcyclist out on the road who had the puppet on the back of his motorcycle. And this sometimes put stuffed animals on their bike. Maybe for the dynamic, the juxtaposition, I'm not really sure why they do it. But he had the Saw one, and it was like life-size Saw one. And I really liked that because I thought if I'm ever driving a motorcycle and I'm an asshole, I could just point to it. I feel like I don't have a choice. He's making me do it. I'm in the middle of a very big maze right now. You don't understand. I'm gonna die if I don't do this.
I'm very surprised for all of the blood that horror has squeezed from stones.
Yeah.
And the longevity of that franchise, that they haven't constructed a scenario where the jigsaw puppet is itself alive in one of these things. Because it seems like so many of these franchises at a certain point throw out all of their own rules and it doesn't matter. We're making a Freddy Krueger movie about making Freddy Krueger movies, and he is a character who kills Wes Craven in the movie. Everything gets meta and crazy subtextual and or metatextual and insane, and it just seemed like that Saw puppet is so iconic, and the reveal in the first episode of the franchise where it's the puppet is just a puppet. It's like this guy who's the real Jigsaw. I understand that you're grounding your thing. By Saw 7, strike the puppet by lightning, let it run around and torture people.
I say, and then in 8, honestly, do a Muppets version. Do a Muppet version of Saw. Let Jigsaw be the Jigsaw, and I don't know, one human. Michael Caine can be there still.
Of course, he's done that work. He understands what is needed of him.
Okay, you saw a movie. What did you see?
I did. I saw Freakier Friday, Soren.
Why? Why on earth
was
did you go
great.
see in a theater? You went and saw Freakier Friday, and
Yeah.
was it worth it?
Yes, it's fun to see it in a theater with people. I mean, it's fun to see all movies in theaters with people. Yeah. It's a very
First of
exciting
all, what's
thing.
the demographic of your theater? Is there anybody like you there?
We sat in a row with what seemed like 3 generations of the same family of women, really enjoying Freakier Friday, which is like a really wholesome group to be going to this movie.
That makes sense. A whole family with like a mom who maybe watched it when she was a little kid with what was the first girl in it?
It's the same girl. It's Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Curtis.
Oh yeah, you're right.
They did the Freaky Friday where the daughter and mom swapped, and it was great, and they learned a lesson. And then Freakier Friday, Lindsay Lohan now has a daughter of her own. She's a single mom, and she meets Manny Jacinto, a single dad with a daughter of his own, and their daughters don't get along. Lindsay and Manny are gonna get married, and the Friday before the wedding, there's a 4-person Freaky Friday swap where one of the girls is now Jamie Lee Curtis, vice versa. Lindsay is her daughter is Lindsay, and it's an adventure that spans a weekend and has everyone going all over LA to try to end the curse, or if you're one of the kids, you want to end the marriage before it happens because they're both opposed to the marriage. And everyone learns a lesson by the end, and there's fun hijinks, and it's a lot of the beats are the exact beats from the first Freaky Friday, but you just don't care. It's Soren, it's a good old-fashioned good comedy where every bit part is played by a phenomenal improv comedian that is allowed to just run. It's like, all right, we've got Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis. They're over here, and they're going to play pickleball against, why, who's that? It's June Diane Raphael. And who's this over here? It's Vanessa Bayer. Everyone is someone great, and they get a few minutes of screen time, and they just fucking deliver. They just score after score. Everyone has fun. There's physical comedy. There's heart. There's music. All the stuff you could want in a movie. Movies are back. Lindsay Lohan is back.
No. You get to announce that movies are back because of Freaky Friday. It's frankly too many freakies in that Friday. I would have a hard time keeping track. I want to know, first of all, of the main characters, who's actually doing work? Like, who is, when you see the kids, are they trying to ape Jamie Lee Curtis or Lindsay Lohan, respectively, or no?
No, I wouldn't say they're trying to ape
There's no mannerisms
specific people. They're just trying to be older. And the older people are just trying to be younger. We don't really, frankly, get enough time with anyone individually to see, like,
Because there's too many freakies.
there's just way too much business. Like, the movie, I will say a knock against the movie is that they need to spend some time catching you up from everything that happened from the first Freaky Friday. Jamie Lee Curtis is a successful author and podcaster now. And Lindsay Lohan is a manager for musicians, and she's no longer in the band that was very important to her at the end of the first Freaky Friday. She has a kid, and she's raising it by herself. And then we meet this whole other family. And like when the movie doesn't start with, I am in a loving and successful relationship and we're getting married this weekend. The movie starts before Manny and Lindsay have met. And we have to do so much table setting to get
them together? Why?
Yeah, they need to get together, and then we need a bunch of time to establish that the two daughters who just met don't get along, and then we like do a time jump from the prologue to get to their engagement, and it's like this is a lot of business to swap those fucking bodies.
I don't know if you remember, Daniel. When was the last time you watched Mrs. Doubtfire?
It's been a minute.
Okay, well, Mrs. Doubtfire, you may not remember this, but you remember Pierce Brosnan as the antagonist. because Sally Fields is interested in Pierce Brosnan. That doesn't happen till about 40 minutes into the film. You watch a healthy relationship go into a bad relationship, into a divorce, into a custody battle, into her finding somebody new. Yeah. Before the movie even takes off, before you even get a Mrs. Doubtfire moment.
I feel like we talked about this when I watched Jumanji a couple of years ago, and how 90s movies were just allowed to breathe more than movies of today were. Like Mrs. Doubtfire, the poster is Robin Williams dressed as an old Scottish woman. We can't wait to see that happen. And there truly is 35 minutes before he even comes up with the idea, maybe I can be the nanny. Because not only does he need to get divorced from his wife, he needs to lose his job. He needs to get a job, a court-mandated job that is not
right for him. Yeah.
Not right for him, and not giving him enough money to support his kids and give the life they want. They need to move so many chess pieces to corner us into a scenario where it is inevitable that he has to put on a dress and be Mrs. Doubtfire. And the audience, I think today's audience would just be like,
get to the Doubtfire.
I bought tickets for Robin Williams in a dress. Put him in the fucking dress. What are we doing?
Play dude looks like a lady and let me watch a montage. Yeah, that movie starts with a cartoon, and it's a cartoon that lasts 9 or 10 minutes. And you're like, what's going on here? And it's like a Tweety Bird Sylvester type of cartoon, but it's him getting it culminates with him doing the voiceover and then getting fired from the job. But you watch so much of the cartoon. They made a cartoon for this movie.
And it's crucial setup too, because he gets fired from this job because he's doing live voice animation for a cartoon that's already been drawn, and he refuses to say the lines when a mouse is smoking a cigarette or a cigar.
It's a bird. Yeah, it's a bird smoking a cigar.
Yeah. And he is supposed to do lines that are pleasant, but he decides to go off script and talk about he's coughing.
My little lungs. I can't take it.
Cigarettes are bad
for me. Yeah.
And his boss is just do the lines, and he's like, no, that's a bad message. We needed to do that to establish that Robin Williams cares about sending good messages to children, so the audience is on his side when he kidnaps his own children and lies and gaslights his family.
Yeah.
I miss it. I miss when movies were allowed to take their time. I have had my dog, Jackson, since 2012. He was 6 months old. He was high energy and very stupid, and very little has changed about him. He is still high energy. He is still very stupid. He is still my best friend in the whole world. There is not a thing I would not do for Jackson. Jackson, if you are listening, go to sleep. This podcast is on way past your bedtime. When you have a pet, you love taking care of them because in their own way, they take care of you. Ain't it the truth? But even if you're the best pet parent in the world, unpredictable things can happen. Fortunately, you can always give your care a boost with ASPCA Pet Health Insurance. The ASPCA Pet Health Insurance Program offers customizable accident and illness plans, making it easier for pet parents like you to help your pet get the care they may need. The ASPCA Pet Health Insurance Program has been around for over 18 years, and they've helped more than 600,000 pets during that time. They allow you to customize your plan, helping ensure that your pet's plan is as unique as they are. Because vet bills can really add up, cha-ching, especially when you're least expecting it. It's simple. Use their app to submit a claim and you'll receive reimbursement for eligible vet bills directly into your bank account. To explore coverage, visit aspcapetinsurance.com/question. That's aspcapetinsurance.com/question. Again, that's aspcapetinsurance.com/question. This is a paid advertisement. Insurance is underwritten by either Independence American Insurance Company or United States Fire Insurance Company and produced by PTZ Insurance Agency Limited. The ASPCA is not an insurer and is not engaged in the business of insurance.
Well, I'm glad you liked Freakier Friday, Dan, I guess.
And I did really
want... just out of movies? What the fuck is your life? I'm so jealous that you go to the movies and you're like, well, I've seen all these. I haven't seen Freakier Friday. I could go watch that.
I think it's just a good time for movies. I think it's the movies are, I don't know if you heard, back. And it's really exciting.
Saying that.
I still need to see Weapons. I still need to see the Fantastic Four movie. That's maybe not great. It's a really thrilling time for me. I do want, and I'm certain I'm not the first to have this thought, but I want 15 years or 20 years later, Freakiest Friday, where Lindsay swaps with dead Jamie Lee Curtis, because we haven't had body swap where
dead body,
where one of them is like Lindsay Lohan as Jamie Lee Curtis as zombie body, and then meanwhile Lindsay Lohan, the actress, has the brain of a dead person. Yeah, there's a lot of fun. It might be a sketch and not a movie, but it just seems like that could be a pretty fun.
That's Weekend at Bernie's, basically. That's great fun. I am curious, like when he's a zombie, I mean, Weekend at Bernie's too, what I should have clarified. How neither one of these kids that they swap with are boys?
No.
That feels like the evolution, right? Is that you have a mom, like, and let's say it's Lindsay Lohan. She's got a teenage son. She doesn't know how to relate to him. There's like some weird dynamics going on because he's like going through puberty and stuff like that. And it's hard to be the mom of a boy when he's got all those hormones and he's also angry all the time. And then they swap bodies. And so she has to better understand him, which was the whole fucking point of Freaky Friday in the first place, was better understanding somebody of a different age. But also now you have her as her own son.
Yeah.
Dealing with girls and stuff like that. Like that's great. That's a lot of fun.
There was famously in Freaky Friday, there was Lindsay Lohan's character did have a younger brother who was like constantly starting shit with her, and it wasn't until Jamie Lee Curtis body swapped into her daughter that she realized, oh, my son is a real piece of shit. Like I thought my daughter was rotten, but it's really this little prick who's always instigating things. And that boy is also in Freakier Friday, and no one ever swaps with him. He is just even more background this time around than he was before,
but older,
and time has been less kind to him than say Chad Michael Murray and Jamie Lee Curtis. Yeah.
And June Diane Raphael.
Yeah.
She really does play pickleball, like an excellent pickleball player from what I understand.
Yeah.
So tight cast there. Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense. Los Angeles and pickleball is
yeah, let me open the door for you.
Basically a multi-level marketing scheme.
This is not something that I participate in, but I do know of it.
Pickleball?
There are basically celebrity pickleball clubs.
Yes.
Where all these people from Hollywood, they don't allow anyone in who is not famous. And then they get together and they have these pickleball games with just each other, where they can finally let their hair down and relax because they're among their peers. Where they had to be so buttoned up when they're among potential fans, or nobody's gross.
I read something in a book not too long ago which is like talking about economics and corporations and abuse, and was saying that I'm gonna misparaphrase it, misquote it. Misparaphrase. All things being equal, corporations would prefer very, very wealthy people as their targets. Like the system right now is like definitely screws over poor people more than anyone else in the world. But like the ideal customer is rich idiots with too much money. I'm not calling June Diane Raphael a rich idiot or anything like that. But you can sort of see when like a lot of people are talking about pickleball, and it's centered very much on like the pickleball courts that are being built in the Hamptons and Santa Monica and the Palisades, and how it's like really it seems like it's catering to wealthy people, as what they're selling is exclusivity, and like they're also selling this is the newest thing, this is like a new healthy thing that anyone can do. They're really just like, I mean, there's no way pickleball is bad for you. You're moving, you're exercising. Yeah. It's a new way to trick rich people out of their money, and I love it. I'm very happy.
Well, it's a game everybody's good at. I don't know if you ever played pickleball, but the minute you pick it up, you're like, oh shit, I'm a pro.
Right, which is fine. Like in the beach town where I used to live was full of old people, and they love pickleball because they can't really move around to do tennis, but they can play pickleball, and they're really competitive with it, and it's very fun. That spread to the rich people is what makes it more of a MLM to me, or some kind of like Ponzi scheme, where you've got like, you read these articles where it's like, Tom Brady and LeBron James are co-owners of a pickleball league because some fucking person told them that pickleball is going to be the next football.
Yeah.
And I love that they were tricked and they put so much money into it.
I'll say, so June Diane Raphael is a voice on our show. She's her and Casey Wilson are the two ladies of this show called Morning Mimosa.
Morning Mimosa.
Yeah. Trish and Suze, and they're so funny. But June Diane Raphael is the kindest person. Both of them, both Casey Wilson and June Diane Raphael, when they show up for their records, they've just come from tennis or they've just come from pickleball every single time. Like, they're still in their whites. And they're like their days are, oh, I have to do all these recreational sports in the morning, and then I go do some voice records for a little while, and then that's the day.
That is so awesome.
I love it.
That's so nice.
Maybe, well, she's got to record her podcast. She's got to do some. She's on How Did This Get Made, right?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay.
Speaking of podcasts, should we get into it, Soren?
Podcast. Oh shit, we should be doing our podcast right now.
Soren, the list is out. I don't know if you saw the trades today. 44 most powerful players in podcasting 2025. I didn't even look at it because I assumed we were on the list, and I wanted to look at it live.
Do you think we're top 5?
I think if not 5, 10 for sure.
I mean, if not 5, at least 6.
Michael Barbaro.
Is there a way to do a control F? Because I'm sensing from your face that we're not showing up yet, which is confusing to me.
Control F doesn't seem to be working on this. I mean, what's that? Is the list 3? No, it's 44 most powerful players in podcasting. Huh.
Yeah. Well, it's hard for them. Look, I'm going to give them a little bit of credit here or some rope in that there's 2 of us, and that makes it tough.
Yeah.
You can't, like, you only have room for 40 people. So it's entirely possible. And I don't want you to feel bad about this, Daniel, if you don't make the list and I do.
Can we say Megyn Kelly is a podcaster and Tucker Carlson? Aren't they just doing what they've been doing?
I don't know. I mean, it doesn't seem fair. Somebody's on Twitter.
Michelle Obama.
I think she has a very popular podcast, actually. It's crazy because you're going down the list and you're hitting people that I'm pretty sure I'm more influential than, and yet you haven't said my name yet.
I feel like, I mean, Amy Poehler's on here, and she's got a new podcast. I mean, this is the thing, though.
I do know hers.
Her podcast has not been out for a year. Is she one of the 44 most powerful podcasters? No. Has she? Let's see Amy Poehler do a podcast that no one wants for 7 years, and let's see if she's still doing it. Because what we have more than any of these people is longevity. No, we don't have Matt Rogers and Bowen Yang have been doing it way longer than us.
Yeah.
Woof.
There's gonna be some Barstool boys on there.
Yeah.
Oh, did our buddies Nick Weiger and Mitch make the list?
Let's see. No.
Doughboys. No dough. That's a travesty. By the way, Amy Poehler, that's not fucking fair. Because I don't know if you listen to any of the podcasts, but it is just her having Andy Samberg on or somebody and being like, now let's talk about who did you like on Parks and Rec? Who did you like on Brooklyn Nine-Nine? You're like, what are we doing?
It's a very engaging podcast, and I like it a whole lot. I don't want this to turn into too much of a rant, especially not about Amy Poehler, whom I love. But it does feel like so much of the world is hell-bent on consolidating money to smaller and smaller groups of people, and every year there are more already rich and famous celebrities starting podcasts to get more of the podcast pile of money. And I don't know, I guess I can't be mad at the market, even though yes, I can. I yell at the fucking wind. Don't tell me I can't be mad at something.
We're not at the bottom of that pile either. It's not totally
No.
fair. We kind of did the same thing, but at a different tier, a different rung than they're on. But we were like, still, this rung's pretty high. I can't touch the ground. This is nice. Let's see what we can do with a podcast.
I think the farther we get away from Crack's heyday, the more we can get plausible deniability and pretend we're like startup DIY podcasters, which is where
that's true.
I would just like to be self-righteous about something.
Yeah. All right. Hey, I was on the place where I switched through the channels really fast called
Facebook?
Facebook. And I got one that was, maybe I might be calling out Gabe here. I don't know if I am or not. But I got to this one that was a clip from a podcast, these two guys talking, and it was stitched of these two guys talking, and they're saying back and forth. They're like, you know what I think is really funny is when there's like a dude in his 30s who suddenly gets really in shape. Like, what the fuck is that guy doing? And then they're both like riffing on like how silly it is that guys in their 30s would like get healthy. It's stitched, so it's obviously some other person who then is like, hey, fuck these guys.
Yeah.
Like, if people want to get healthy, they get healthy. Now, here's why I'm bringing it up. The set that they're on, the same set we used for our podcast. So, Gabe, I don't know if you want to address these allegations.
They saw our podcast and they saw how we were fit for no reason. And they decided I needed to take to the airwaves.
Talked about it. We talked about our fucking fitness journeys.
You're talking about the Brickwald one with the guitars? Huh. I don't know. I don't know anything about that.
Yeah.
Podcast slot pays the bills.
Yeah, these two guys, and
But I would be interested in seeing it if you can find it.
I'll see if I can dig it up. And these two guys, there was clearly something else going on there. This was not about the dudes in their 30s who are getting in shape. It was about these two gentlemen. Yeah. But to have somebody else who, if you're having like a sort of like a selfish and dark thought about yourself, and then somebody else is like, hey, it's not your fault, it's somebody else's fault. You're like, I am on board with that. And then you'll talk about that for as long as you can, because I've been there before.
I had a crisis moment when I was listening to the Smart List podcast that I listen to every week, which is three famous people who increasingly get more money and jobs. They had Mark Maron on their podcast, and he was talking about how no one knew what podcasts were when he started, and now you just scroll through Instagram and you see podcast clips of two white guys in microphones talking about the last time they shit themselves. And I was really listening to that and thinking, no, I don't think we've talked about that once on the show. But like, I had to think about it. It wasn't.
Thank you for the idea, Mark.
We thought the well was dry. That's why he is the godfather of podcasting.
I just threw that idea out for free. That's gonna be 45 minutes of content for us. All right. Do you want to start this actual podcast?
Yes.
Since we're not on that list. That's disappointing. Can you tell me, did you start at number 1 or did you start at 40? 44 or whatever.
I started at 44. No, I started at 1. How does Hollywood Reporter do their list? This is why.
Yeah, I want to know I want to know the fringe. I want to know who's at the back of that who just made the list.
The first person we see is the Smart List guys. They can't be started from 44.
No.
And so the bottom of the list here.
Give me the dregs.
No, this is wrong too. Andrew Schultz. No, he's way more popular than we're ever going to be.
Oh, fuck. I think that there are just more podcasts than we
It's just a list of 44 people.
Yeah, because I think in my mind there are 100.
Yeah.
And I'm like, surely like we're on the top half of that, right? I know some people who make podcasts and 12 people listen to that. We've got at least 20.
We are less powerful than Josh Lindgren, Carolyn Edwards, Ben Davis, Marissa Hurwitz. These agents.
All right, well, let's get into our podcast. Let's see if we can turn the numbers around here.
Great.
And I've got just the topic, Daniel.
Here we go.
When was the last time you shit your... No. I wanted to ask you, because this came up for my family recently. Is there a meal? And it's like it would be like a coq au vin or like some sort of meal that like a lot of people know. And no matter how it's ever made, even at its very best, you think this meal fucking sucks and you can't believe that everybody is so in on it, that it shows up on menus and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, where is your taste completely steer off the rails compared to everybody else's?
I actually
I'll
have
give you
two pretty
too?
interesting answers for this. Yeah.
Okay, let me just give you mine. Like the reason it came up was that we do this food service that's kind of like a Blue Apron type of thing where you get a box and then you make it. And we got to go through it every week, like Columbia House, where if you don't go through and figure out what you want, they send you a thing that you're like, no one wanted this.
Shot day.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they send you Crazy Train. And you're like, oh, damn it. Collective soul. So one of the meals on there, and my wife was like seriously considering it, was chicken cacciatore. How do you feel about chicken cacciatore? Do you even know what it is?
I've heard it so much.
All right, look at it, and then I'm going to describe it to you. It is a chicken dish that is usually it's like a tomatoey sauce that's around it, but I would not call it a marinara. It's not as thick as a marinara. It's like a more watery tomato sauce that has olives in it and some other kind of like veggies that also aren't generally particularly cooked. It just feels like an undone sauce.
Is it a stew? This website says it's a stew.
Yeah, I don't think it's usually served over noodles or anything. I think it's its own beast. Okay. Do you know chicken cacciatore?
I don't think
you can put it on pasta. You can put it on pasta.
I've never had it before. I don't think. Looking at it, it is not like dissimilar from the kind of sauces that I will make and put on pasta. When I see like chicken, peppers, mushrooms, and a tomato base, even when you throw in olives, that just tells me it's from Sicily or Sardinia or something like that.
Somewhere south.
This would not be out of place in our home. I would zhuzh it up a bit, but nothing seems
there are combinations of these ingredients that I genuinely do love. A chicken parm, anything where there's like, even like the sauce is a little bit more of a sauce. Chicken cacciatore is the type of dish where you pour it on and it all just drains right. If you put it on noodles, it all just drains right through the noodles. You know, like your noodles look wet afterwards, but they don't look sauced. I don't understand why anyone likes this meal. I've had it even at a good restaurant. I've tasted it and been like, this sucks. Why is anybody eating this?
Why did this come up for you recently?
So we in the food service thing that we do.
Oh, right. This
was one of the options.
Yeah, got it.
And I was like, no, we're not getting chicken cacciatore. I'd rather have chicken fricassee, and I don't even like that.
I have two. One of them is a food that I do eat, but I think it falls into, like, I understand why people would say that they don't understand or fuck with oysters, because I will have oysters.
That's a divisive one anyway. I get
I'll
that.
make a day of it, but I don't think I can really like justify it. Like, I completely understand everyone's objections to it, and I have never done a successful job like selling it to someone else. I can't be like, well, do you like goops of different sizes that feel weird and like it's a little bit bad, but you can squirt a hint of something that you like better on top of it? Then you'll like oysters. It's, you know, I'm
do you like
selling
a bunch of different textures all at once in your mouth in different areas and it feels like maybe you just bit into a vein?
Yeah, it's that. And like if you like hot sauce, put hot sauce on this much worse thing, and that'll get the hot sauce right in you.
It is. I mean, it's been so long since I learned how to eat oysters, but it is very funny to think that like you're like, here's this mussel that we pried out of a shell. You got to try it. And it's like, that looks like snot. And they're like, yeah, it's going to taste like snot, but get it in you. And then you you put it in your mouth, and the first bite you take, someone goes, "Oh no, don't chew it."
Yeah.
You're like, well, what the fuck are we doing? Am I supposed to swallow this giant gulp of cum? What am I doing here?
And also the people like me who are like, no, you want to put some of this mignon on there, and you want to like a squirt of lemon, and there's some cocktail sauce you could put in. There's different like shave ice you could put on top of it.
Yeah.
What else can I put on this to disguise what it is? How else can I trick my body? But the food that I grew up not liking and will never, I don't think I ever need to try it. You could tell me it's a really good one. You could tell me there's a restaurant that's known for it. I don't care. I'm going to be 40 in a few months. I don't want meatloaf. I'm not interested in meatloaf. I don't think it can be good. I think there are better things to do with beef than a loaf of meat. There are so many different ways meat can be put in me, and loaf style is not on my list.
Fascinating. I love meatloaf, and it's one of the things I miss most about beef.
Really?
Yeah. In fact, I've made it with ground turkey before. It's not the same, but it is like, it does scratch the itch a little bit. But when you get a meatloaf that's got like some good onions in it, and you douse it in ketchup, and you just like, you take your fork and you just like press it down so you get those fork patterns in that's pushing ketchup down into the meatloaf. I could eat a whole meatloaf myself.
You know what is one of the most surprising things about my evolving tastes as I've got older? I don't think I like ketchup anymore.
Whoa.
I know.
Whoa.
I didn't think that was a thing you could fall out of love with. And I used to, I'll still put ketchup on a hot dog because I think that's the best thing to do. But I'll go.
No fries?
I'll go raw dog some fries. I'll get pretty just au naturel with fries and then just eat them sans ketchup. I've even had like a couple of burgers where I didn't have ketchup, but there was some like other sauce that the burger came with, and I just respect the sauce that they put on there, or I'll put on like a vegan mayo if I'm having a turkey burger. And time was, I would put ketchup on everything. I would heat up some naked noodles and put ketchup on them as a quick fucking meal, and I would love it. And there was a time in my life where I thought, I think the thing that I like most is ketchup, and everything else is just a way to get ketchup into me. And at this point, it's not that I'm repulsed by ketchup or anything, but when you just talked about meatloaf with ketchup on it, that specifically was like, this is why this is a bad meal, because you're just trying to hide its sins with ketchup. And
I think it just complements it. I see what you're saying. It's a very powerful, ketchup is like its own thing, but I love the texture of meatloaf. I love everything. I like the crust on the outside. I can house a meatloaf. And it is like traditionally in sitcoms and stuff, it's like, oh, meatloaf again. Nobody likes meatloaf. Nobody wants meatloaf except me. And I love it.
I think a lot of people like it. I think my parents make it. My mom allegedly has a very good meatloaf now that she says she has changed the recipe from when we were kids. And I'm still just like, I don't trust you. I don't believe you. And maybe it's not even the recipe. Maybe just meatloaf is not for me. My sister-in-law is always talking about her meatloaf, so I might try that. But even then, when she's talking about it, her and my brother are just like, it's like meatballs. I'm like, no, it's not like meatballs. Because if it were like meatballs, then it would be just a little bit, and it would be mixed with beautiful and perfect pasta that saves everything. But you're expecting me to eat an entire football of ground beef, and it seems like, and I don't mean to disrespect the poor, but it seems like a Depression era meal that never had the glow that a lot of other Depression era meals received.
What? So wait, but you like eat a meatball sandwich? You love meatballs?
Absolutely.
What the fuck is the difference? It's just breadcrumbs, onions, spices. It's just it's a bigger load. It's a bigger caliber.
Asked and answered.
That's too much. It's like a slice, like cutting it like bread maybe is where the problem comes in.
Yeah, it's cutting it like bread. It doesn't seem like a very well thought out meal. It really, I know I've said depression era, and I really like what I said. I really stand
square of beef.
I stand by that as like, we got our crate of government meat and it's going to go bad. What can we do with this meat? And it's just like, bake the meat. And that's what they did. And they didn't do anything to it. And they've left it that way for 150 years.
You know how else I've tried to scratch the itch is with nut loaf.
What's nut loaf? Is it what it sounds like?
Man.
Is it like meatloaf but nut?
Yeah, it's like meatloaf, but they're trying to capture the same essence and texture and everything, but they're doing it with nuts. Colleen's parents make it, and I love it. Same thing. Got to put a bunch of ketchup on that. Squish it in. That's the important part. I need a fork. I need to squish the ketchup in, and then I'm gonna have a bunch of nut loaf. Yeah. Yeah.
Is the nut loaf the centerpiece of the
dish? Yes.
We're having nut loaf tonight with.
We're going to have some asparagus on the side maybe, but we're going to have a nut loaf. And you know what? You know when you're eating meat, when you're eating ground beef and you get like, you're tasting little pieces of cartilage occasionally, like you're getting something that's a little tougher, like a little stone of something in there.
Sure.
It's just chewy. It's not like real bone or anything. Nut loaf, it's almost all that. You're eating and like every single bite is like, yeah, it's like, you know it's not, but it does the texture wise. Like you're crunching down on what feels like maybe some gristle every single bite.
I
can't. Am I describing it well enough? Are you enjoying it? You think you might want to try it?
I think you're describing it accurately.
Nut loaf. Yeah, look it up. It looks like a meatloaf. It's delicious though. It's absolutely delicious, and you could do it as a meal. I don't know what's going in there that's making it so savory. Because it's vegan generally, but I don't know, man. They unlocked the secret. They figured it out.
I don't think they did. It looks like multigrain bread.
Yeah. Yes, it does. Very much so. But thicker. Obviously thicker cuts. And that's it. You're not putting anything on it. You're not doing like a tuna sandwich on top of it. So I want to go back to ketchup really quickly. You know that ketchup is in a bunch of other sauces too. Like that it's the base of a lot of Asian sauces.
Ketchup
like
itself?
That. Yeah.
Tomato and sugar and whatnot?
It's vinegar, sugar. Yeah. Like anything that's got gochujang in it, like that's got a lot of, usually that has ketchup in it as well. So you get like a lot of dipping sauces that are that. There's like, I think hoisin sauce has ketchup in it. Sweet and sour sauce a lot of times has ketchup in it.
I believe it. I mean, I don't, again, I'm not averse to it. And I'm sure there are enough of its ingredients in the barbecue sauce that I will like on a burger.
Yeah, that's right.
But as far as like,
wow,
I'm
just eat ketchup.
I'm not being helpful or relatable. I'm thinking about the amount of ketchup that I used to have relative to what I have now. And not even talking about like as a kid or even in my 20s. I mean like 2 years ago, the amount of ketchup I had versus what I have now. It's not there anymore. Yeah.
What about, wait, you also don't have kids in your house. Do you eat peanut butter?
I don't eat peanut butter because your wedding vows told me that peanut butter was bad for the chimpanzees? No, orangutans.
Yeah, take that out of context, everybody. At Daniel's wedding, at my wedding, I stopped Daniel from eating peanut butter.
In his vows.
On my wedding vows.
He was like, I don't think I can... Okay. There's one thing I need to do with my single life before I commit to my life, and it's... Daniel, put the peanut butter down right now. And I was eating it at his wedding. Yeah.
That's right. You had to put, that's right. It was embarrassing for you because you had a mouthful when we said that. You can have peanut butter. In fact, I encourage you to, because when eventually you have kids in your house, peanut butter will be a staple, and it is delicious. It's like a wonderful thing. Just don't get it with palm oil in it. That's all.
Right.
They make different ones that don't have palm oil. You're all set. And there's some other things about peanut butter. Like if you get peanut butter that's got trans fats in it or partially hydrogenated fats in it, not so hot for your body. They're pretty bad for your arteries. But they make it without that stuff too, and they still make it delicious. It's not the time. You don't just have to get the kind that you mix yourself and tastes like sandpaper. You don't have to do that.
I do love peanut butter, and I love it with nuts in there. Like I like the crunchy peanut butter. We almost never have bread in the house and peanut butter and jelly is my main peanut butter thing. I don't know. Maybe if I had, I'm trying to think what else. I know what one can put peanut butter on. So I don't need anyone telling me what I can put peanut butter on.
Yeah, please preemptively tell everyone. Don't fucking send me stuff that should have
People
peanut
are
butter.
writing in like, why just put peanut butter on apples? I like apples by themselves. I don't want peanut butter there.
I mean, ketchup on apples. That's the best.
Of course. I love a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Sometimes it's the only thing in the world that you want. But apart from that, like peanut butter doesn't go on anything else for me. There's like the stuff like apples that I like apples without peanut butter. And there's the other things that people swear by like celery. And I don't like celery. So there's not, I'm a man without a country when it comes to peanut butter.
I mean, on a lot of fronts. I'm now trying to picture your fridge or your house, and I don't even know what you guys would have in your pantry, because you can't have eggs, you can't have dairy, you can't have butter, which I guess qualifies as dairy, and then you're not going to have bread in your house. You took
We will
away
get bread. Like we will have, we'll like go out and specially get some bagels if we want to have bagel sandwiches one morning and just go nuts with some bagels. Or if I'll make sausage and pepper sandwiches once every 2 weeks probably, and I'll go out and I'll get some really nice bread for that.
Okay.
And if we have any leftover bread, then the next day I will eat it plain. I will just like cut off little bits and pieces of the bread and eat it, because bread is so fucking good.
Yeah.
But we just
your
can't have it.
nut butter or whatever you've got on it. Delicious. Let me join you through a scenario, and like maybe you just haven't done this enough in a while, or what? Oh wait, it's now occurring to me that you used to eat ketchup on lots of stuff. It's now occurring to me that you used to have ketchup on things that shouldn't even have ketchup. Mac and cheese.
What do you mean it's now occurring to you? Did that not occur to you minutes ago when I said I used to put ketchup on pasta?
I meant that when we were in the same space at the same time, occupying the same space, I
Okay.
used to watch you put it in mac and cheese.
Yeah. Macaroni and cheese and some ketchup.
Jesus,
Not anymore, though.
now yeah. Okay, so let's say you and I are going to IHOP to our anniversary or something.
Okay.
Like we're
We're trying
to special
to
occasion.
we're trying to fulfill Mark Maron's dream and turn this into a podcast about shitting ourselves. But sure, we're at IHOP.
We're going for something special. So we're dressed up. Maybe right. We just came from your church.
Okay.
And we sit down. Weirdly, there's lots of places to sit. No one else is there. We don't understand why, but we're not going to overthink it.
Yeah.
And
we're both squinting because it's so fucking bright in IHOP. It's lit like a middle school cafeteria.
we do get a lot of time to explore the different syrups on the table, though, before our menus even arrive, because like they've got 50 different kinds. And when you order, you're going to get hash browns, obviously. If you're going to go to a Greasy Spoon, you got to get hash browns. When those hash browns come, are you just going to raw dog those hash browns?
Depending on what else is on my plate, because I will, if I've got some bagel and some sausage, I will put the hash browns and the sausage into the bagel to make a little sandwich. And I will put pure Jersey style salt, pepper, ketchup on that sandwich.
Okay. All right.
Breakfast sandwich gets ketchup all day.
Okay. And I think hash browns in general, that's my favorite vehicle for ketchup. I mean, I can go bare bones on fries, but if I get hash browns, it'll ruin the hash browns for me if I can't put as much ketchup on there as there are hash browns.
The only reason you think hash browns are the best vehicle for ketchup is because you don't eat hot dogs anymore.
That's
a fact.
true.
That's a fact.
That's another thing where turkey just doesn't cut it. Actually, we've done dogs at our house, and my kid's like, I don't like hot dogs. I'm like, you do. You just haven't had that. I gave you these turkey dogs, and I fucked you up. I'm sorry.
Have you ever tried the smart dogs, like the vegan soy hot dogs?
Yeah.
They're such trash. They're
Yeah,
such trash. They're so sad to make because you read the instructions and the instructions are like, just, you can eat it raw if you want, just like heat it until it's time. It will not get better than it is from the package.
Yeah. Should I heat this? Yeah, you could.
Yeah. You can
Whatever's-
spin it too.
There's no structural stability there in those vegan ones. It's like what you want is that snap of a casing.
Yeah.
And then to have a congealed meat inside. What you're getting instead is a bite through a mealy apple. I think is like the best way I can describe it. It's like there's no give anywhere until you've got it on your tongue, and then it's like, oh, I guess I just chew this with my tongue.
There's some weird like air pockets inside of a soy hot dog. There's like just like holes in there. It's like, surely, it's not gonna taste good. It's not gonna cook well. Surely you could have made it nice for the people.
The thing is that dogs have gotten to the age where you can like stuff cheese in them. We figured that technology out. We like that was a leap forward for humanity when you could put cheddar inside of a hot dog, or you get a sausage and you put some apple in it, or like something else. You can dress these things up, but the vegan people are like, no.
Yeah.
We know those other things are vegan, but that's not what we're doing here.
Yeah.
We're making straight textured vegetable protein in tube form. Well, that's our podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for listening, as always. This is Quick Question with Soren and Daniel. You knew that. You can find Daniel and I on Blue Sky. We do jokes there. It's fun. We don't do politics, which is like, well, we're trying to keep Blue Sky. We're trying to keep our side of the street clean in Blue Sky. We're just trying to make it, hey, we used to have a lot of fun doing social media, everybody. Do you remember? We could still do that if you wanted to. And we're just trying to just use our own platforms to try and keep it what it used to be. If you like Gabe Harder, tough fucking luck. You'll never find him. He is the glue to this podcast. He's our editor, sound engineer, producer, social media guy. He does it all. He does everything for us. If you like this podcast in audio form and you want to see Daniel's and my faces, you can find us on YouTube doing the same thing. You can find every single podcast that we do is available on YouTube. And you can watch the way that we react to each other. If you also can't get enough content from us, you can sign up for our Patreon. Just subscribe. We do a version of this podcast every other week. It's a little bit shorter and a little bit more, I want to say, dangerous. Things we say a little more dangerous. I talk about my gun a whole lot more. I'll tell you that much. and you could probably access it through Apple subscriptions as well. If you liked our theme song, that's by me, Rex. You can find the music anywhere you stream music.
Can't still be in the outro.
And we are done.
Oh my God.
I've got a quick question for you, alright? I wanna hear your thoughts, I wanna know what's on your mind. I've got a quick question for you, alright? The answer's not important, I'm just glad that we could talk tonight. So what's your favorite? How did you get? When will I be remembered? Was it after? Where did all go? How do we know? Oh, forget it. Soren, Daniel, O'Brien, two best friends and comedy writers. If there's an answer, they're gonna find it. I think you'll have a great time here. I think you'll have a great time here.